Is that good? Not blaringly loud.
Yeah, before it was like, I feel like Pavarotti, like hit that note from back here.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Arte Fact Production podcast, episode 2.
Attack of the podcast. Okay, yeah.
Way to sandbag that.
Yeah, I really messed that one up.
I'm Jose.
I'm Catalina.
I'm Myles.
This is an ongoing podcast covering our production of The Crew, our podcast, and everything else that we release from artefactproduction.com. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on Twitter at artifact_media. That's ARTEFACT_media. On YouTube, you can Google us. It's Artifact Production, ARTE space FACT space production. And if you want to visit our webpage, it is artefactproduction.com, spelled the exact same way that I just spelled it.
You can't make it any simpler for you. You got it.
You dumb idiot.
So,
whoa.
I don't think that of them. They're my beautiful fans.
They're not your fans.
I meant our fans. I don't have any fans.
Myles.
Speaking of fans, what did you do yesterday, boyo?
I heard you were fangirling pretty hard down in Austin.
I was fangirling pretty hard down in Austin. So I was in Austin at the Alamo Draft House, South Lemoore. Well, I guess it's not yesterday anymore. It was on Sunday. It was
a horrible break in
for the last
continuity, but let's go.
Fine, I just won't tell the story. No, okay, so the Alamo Draft House has an annual Nicolas Cage movie marathon. They show 5 randomly selected Nicolas Cage movies, and it's amazing. They get like original film prints of the movies and of the trailers and everything. And last year was my first year to go to Caged, which is what the event is called.
It's not Uncaged?
No, that was the second year was called Caged 2, Uncaged.
Oh.
Last year was Caged with a 3 as the E, which is what I went to, and this year was Caged with the A was a 4, and it was Caged Forever.
Oh man!
But here's the thing: so last year was my first year. It was amazing, and Nicolas Cage was unable to. It's held in January because that's when his birthday is. And Nicolas Cage was unable to attend.
It's in honor of his birthday?
Yeah, we have a birthday cake every year.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't explain that last time. You just said that. No, go ahead.
Yeah, it was for his
the last
birthday.
time we had talked, you were driving down to Austin. All I could hear in the background was like Goo Goo Dolls blaring.
Okay.
And I don't want the world to see me.
That's a lie.
You were ready to drive into like some sort of like truck with logs on it.
My. Shut up.
Okay, so what movie? Wait, hold on. So he's never shown up.
He's
Last year he wrote completely.
He didn't disavow. Last year he wrote
disavow.
He wrote this rambling, poetic, amazing email to us last year apologizing for his lack of attendance, and he said, "I promise if you do this again next year, I'll show up." And this year was next year. And
this year was next year.
The date was a little later than it usually is. It's usually in the beginning of January. This year it was at the end. Mm-hmm. So that was already a hint that maybe they're trying to accommodate his schedule.
Maybe they're trying to cage the cage.
Yeah, well, he's uncaged. You cannot cage the cage.
Can't cage the uncaged.
And so the guy came up, the guy that hosts the event every year, and he was talking about, oh, he has such a busy schedule. We tried really hard to get him this year. And he was giving all these caveats, but he was never saying that he couldn't get him. And so I took out my phone and turned on the camera.
You were ready. You're ready to pounce.
Yeah, I was ready
Flash
to pounce.
On or off?
Off.
Of course.
And they lit the birthday candle on the cage cake with the 4 candle. And all of a sudden, out of the side of the theater, a tall man in an orange trench coat emerged.
Okay. When you say orange, was it like a tarp or leather?
It was like leather, but it was like the orangiest brown you can get. It's he said that he saw it in a window in a shop in Italy, and it reminded him of a Sergio Leone spaghetti western. I had to have it. It was me. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. He came.
I want it. That's how I feel about it.
That's how I feel about it. He came out and he didn't introduce himself. He just came out with like a stack of papers and started reading from it, and he just recited the entirety of Edgar Allan Poe's A Telltale Heart to us. Like he performed it. Like I started recording the video, and then when he dropped the first paper to the ground and kept reading, I was like, "Oh, he's going for it. He's reading the whole thing.
He's really going." You thought it was a manifesto.
Yeah, well, it kind of was. And so, so Nicholas, Nick, as I call him now, actually,
N-I-C or N-I-C-K?
NIC.
Of course.
He curated the list this year. He picked the 5 movies. Though he was asked about why he picked them at the very beginning, and he said, "Well, one was I shot it in an exotic location. It was a lot of fun. One was shot in your beautiful city here of Austin, and I don't remember the other 3." He wasn't
when did you make this list, bro?
I know. He wasn't like being aloof or like a jerk. He just genuinely didn't remember. And so the first that was exotic was, and this was kind of cute because it means he really liked the movie, was Bangkok Dangerous.
Oh.
The second was Joe, which was legitimately great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third was Bringing Out the Dead by Martin Scorsese, which I really enjoyed. The fourth one was this disaster called Army of One, which was just...
I've never even heard of these movies.
I'm not sure Nick had heard of it before tomorrow. And then the last movie was Lord of War. And so after Bangkok Dangerous, I stopped him in the hallway and I said, "Hey, great film, Nick." I kind of, fudged the truth there a little. I patted his shoulders. "Oh, thanks." And then after...
was he wearing the trench coat?
Oh, yeah, he still was.
What did it feel like?
It was like thinner than I expected. I thought it was going to be like a thick leather.
That's quality.
Yeah. Maybe
only in Italy.
You don't need that much of it because it's that high quality. That's why it was thin. And then the second movie, what did I say the second one was?
Joe.
And I went up to him after when he was sitting down. And I said, "Hey, really great film, genuinely like affecting performances." "Oh, I appreciate it, thanks." And I couldn't get like a picture in with him because people kept on talking to him. And so at the Draft House, they show these like before movies. They show they have like an edited reel of commercials and footage and funny stuff, rather than commercials, so like pertaining to the movie. So for Iron Man 3, they showed Iron Man cartoons, and for The Master, they showed like Scientology propaganda videos. So they just show all these like Nicolas Cage like memes on the in the pre-show reel here. In between each movie, they would just show a bunch of funny Nick Cage videos, like him like having meltdowns and stuff. And so, I mean, ostensibly, it's kind of to poke fun at him, but the guy was loving it. And when I finally approached him after the third movie to get a picture with him, which I did,
warmed up.
Yeah.
I
approached him, and he had a little bowl of popcorn that he was eating from, and he was watching the videos and like genuinely enjoying. He was like, "Oh," and he was like giggling and stuff. It was amazing.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and so I got a picture with him, which YouTube viewers will be able to see.
Yes, YouTube viewers of this podcast.
Yeah, that'll be incentive to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you can
Is
see
that
a
going to be
picture
the
of
image they see the entire
my
time?
big fat face and Nicolas Cage's holy face.
It's amazing.
Wow.
And then at the end, we had a great... That's the cool thing. He stayed all day. We thought he was maybe... And he had every right to just kind of introduce himself, because even I kind of go stir crazy watching 5 movies in a row. But he... Oh, wait, that's right. After the second movie, the host said, "Okay, so Nick, you want to say anything about this next movie?" And Nick said, "Oh, I don't know what it is." Jenny, again, earnestly, just...
I'm just wondering what like bar napkin he wrote all these down on.
Now, you did say that they gave out masks.
Oh yeah, So it was like a nice cardstock like cutout stuck to like a popsicle stick, but it's like fully head sized of him when he was dressed up as that priest in Face Off, and he grabs that girl's ass and is like bug eyed and screaming. They took a freeze frame of that, and we each got like a little mask of it.
Do you have it?
Yeah, it's in my car right now.
Would you be willing to send it to a listener?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's do a giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway.
This Nick Cage
this
mask,
Nick
man.
Cage mask.
Amazing.
Yeah, we took
Get ready to get caged.
It was pretty cool. We took a selfie. He was at the head of the theater, and we all put our masks in front of our face, and so just a sea of Nick Cages. And I can report from the Q&A that his spirit animal, according to him, is a California gray whale or a dog. Those were the 2 options.
Or a dog.
Yeah.
He's like this exotic animal or a dog.
Yeah. And so the first 9 minutes of our podcast was definitely dedicated to Nick Cage.
What an exciting time. This whole week has been exciting.
It has been amazing. It's been like, I would never in my wildest of dreams have imagined that this past, like the first week would have gone this way. It's amazing. Like we have almost 1,000 views.
Yeah, what was the last count?
It was 979.
Wow.
In
so
1 week.
Tonight we're going to cross 1,000, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another big thing is we got our first piece of fan art.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
So this one of our like early followers on Twitter and supporters. Her
Mhm.
name is Becca Zaboilo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Becca. She sent us this beautiful little fan art of Maddie, and she looks so precious. She looks so cute.
I know, as the artist of the crew, it is so cute to look at. The little pink polka dots and the two-tone.
She's super cute.
So cute.
I
Such
know.
a good little
Kawaii.
image.
The cool thing is it's like an original. It's like not in the it's not like a copycat of the style of the show. It's a completely independent,
Yeah,
like,
and
amazing, really well done.
Very
It's
cute.
very beautiful.
And it's so good that it actually inspired us to kind of work with it a little bit.
Yeah,
So
we've got something we think planned for it.
Up our
Yeah.
sleeves.
Yeah.
up our very short sleeves, but it's a great photo. It's a great image. Thank you so much, Becca.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm going to print it out and frame it, and I'll put it up here as I'm working.
And we just wanted to encourage all of our other listeners and followers to please send us their fan art.
Yeah,
By all
absolutely.
means.
This is kind of we didn't expect this to happen this early, but it's definitely kind of set a precedent that we'd love to have a fan art gallery on the site.
Yeah.
This being the first. And yeah, we'd love to. I mean, this is just another example of how we want to involve viewers and listeners, and we want it to be a complete back and forth. So thank you so much, Becca. This kicks this off in terrific style.
And another huge shout out to my people at Smodcast, Mike Zapsik, Ming Chen, Kevin Smith, Ken Plume, and Josh Stifter. All people associated with either Comic Book Men or Smodco in general. And Josh Stifter is the head of Flush Studios. Him and Ken Plume and I used to do Smodco cartoons when I won this national animation contest for Kevin Smith. So really appreciate the likes and the retweets.
In support of, the crew.
In support of the crew. Just off the commercial and the images alone, they were willing to do some retweets. So thank you guys so much. I hope y'all go check them out.
Yeah.
They're great people, and they are creative and just want to make stuff like we do.
Yeah. And Myles, it's been really interesting this past week with auditions.
We've had more auditions than we know what to do with.
Like left, right, and center, we're getting auditions. And it's so exciting to know that other people are equally eager to get on this.
Absolutely. It's a flattering isn't the right word. It's exciting and like kind of validating that people are connecting with the characters so much. Even I guess just based off their designs, because Maddie in particular, we didn't offer any dialogue really. And we're very excited and interested at how people are connecting with the characters, and we love even if certain auditions aren't what we really had in mind for. It's just amazing seeing all these different interpretations of what we've written, and it's kind of exciting that people are able to read that much into it.
And are there any ones that are kind of standing out to y'all, or?
There are a couple, and I think that we may end up moving forward this week with contacting a couple of people, but by no means are we closing the auditions. Is going to continue being an open audition, and even moving forward throughout the entire series, we're going to continue casting for smaller roles or reoccurring roles from the people that initially audition for our principal characters. We want to have them involved in the crew. I mean, because we need voices. We can't do this ourselves.
Auditions will close on specific characters, but this is kind of standard operating procedure for the entire show, which is either you check back on the site to see if there's been a new character added to the gallery that you can audition for, following the exact same procedure that we set up for the main roles. And I really doubt that a single applicant, a single person who auditioned, won't be used at some point in the series, because we want a really diverse, wide-ranging kind of soundscape, and we want all the fans to be involved and to be able to hear their voices and to just be involved in it. So I doubt that there's going to be one person that goes unused.
Yeah, that's what matters to us, is that everyone's able to be a part of it. That's really what we want. When we say we want them to be a part of the crew, that is what we want.
Yeah, and that's what I always say is like every person at least has one voice.
Yes.
They at least have one that they can do or go to, or even if it's their normal talking voice, but everyone has a unique voice. So you may not be able to do 10 voices, but really, if you can just do the right one that we're looking for at the right time, we'll use you. So...
I was going to say, even that influences characters. Because there are certain times, I know that one guy in particular, I mean, like the very first thing I said to you whenever I heard his audition was, I was like, oh, this is going to be a character that's kind of like anxious.
Yeah.
Or like he can, we have something in mind for him.
Yeah, we didn't listen
Yeah.
to 5 seconds of auditions and then toss them out. We
No.
we got a pen and paper, and I don't want to go so far as to say we created characters based off people whose voices we heard, but I mean, we definitely wrote down. It goes both ways. We don't just make characters and have people audition for them.
Yeah.
We hear people's voices and kind of craft, things, ideas in our head based on those. So
And
no
that-
audition's going to waste.
Yeah, and I think that makes the world much richer.
Yeah.
It is a two-way street. It's like
Yes.
they feed into us and we feed into them. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to emphasize again, everybody, if you have a desire to be a part of this show, get in now, because things are heating up and they're getting very exciting. And
they're quickly moving.
yeah, it's important for you to get in now while things are still ramping up. So that being said, that's pretty much it for this week. Remember, every Tuesday we're going to be releasing this podcast. And if you want to find out more about the crew and about the production in general, you can follow us on Twitter at artifact_media. I'm going to spell it again just for redundancy. That's ARTEFACT_media. On YouTube, you can search us at Artifact Productions. That's ARTE_FACT production. And one more time, you can find us at our homepage at artifactproduction.com, spelled the exact same way. So until next week, I'm Jose.
I'm Catalina.
I'm Myles.
All right, AMG, take us out.
And I don't want the world to see me. Good job, Myles.
Thank
All
you.
right. See y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.